What's up, people? Welcome on in to the Giants world here. We stomped you out, brought to you by Pop Culture Pros. I am Steve. Got Timmy right on over there. Tim, we got a shit ton to talk about today. There's a lot more to talk about when your team is good.
Exactly. It feels so good that we could actually have a winning team talk for once.
Is it all right? So we're 7 games in. I just noticed that in our background there, there's a penalty being called up there on the MetLife board up there, and that's number 72. Is that OC? Is that how old this picture is?
I guess so. Might as well update your picture now.
Yeah. So is it? We're 7 weeks in. We're about to hit week 8. The Giants are 6-1. We've done the show has been a little bit different this year as to how many people have been on the show with us. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe that's a jinx. Maybe that's a thing that
maybe those other guys were the problem.
Maybe you're the problem. Like Shawn Michaels to Booker T that time in the NWO. You're the problem. All right, so we're gonna talk a ton about the Giants. Big trade went down today.
Woo.
And then I just saw that Eli Manning is going to have Stephen A. Smith on his show. And in the little preview for it, it's, Eli's hilarious. Doesn't matter what he says. He was like, I was in the debate club in high school or whatever. And so I figured, let me bring the best debater in the world to the show. And then he goes to Stephen A. He says, Stephen A., what are we going to be debating? He says, it don't matter. You ain't going to win. And then Eli, no trash talk back. He just says, "All right, guys, thanks." All right. So
that's what makes him funny. He stays in his lane.
Yes.
He doesn't try to anything new. That's why he is actually very funny. Yeah. He doesn't get the credit for how funny he is, but he is. He's hilarious.
There was an article a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if it was in Sports Nation or one of those where Eli was talking about. They asked him, "Why are you all of a sudden deciding to be funny?" And he says, I figured it's time to let it all out. But all right, let's talk real quick about the trade that went down this afternoon. Trade deadline is next Tuesday, right? The first
Tuesday next week, yeah.
At 4 p.m. But we a couple of trades have trickled in here and there, and today we had one that impacted us and Kadarius Toney. So this has been long rumored. We've been talking about this for a few weeks on the show, that there were a few guys that this team is going to target to get rid of. Lazy, not doing what they're supposed to be doing, injuries, last regime, whatever it had to do with. Kadarius Toney goes to where I think it makes sense. They kind of need a guy like that there. Would have been great if he would have been able to help this year because with his speed and his ability to just go in any direction at any given time would have helped this team, but it just wasn't in the cards for him to stick around with New York. What do you think, Timmy?
I love the deal. There's just one more guy you got to get out of there. He was probably the black sheep of the locker room. He was probably the guy who everyone was like, yeah, all right, we don't care what you have to say anymore because you're just fully shit. But like you said, all those factors contributed to him going. Especially, I don't care what anybody says, past regime is a huge thing. Yeah. And Gettleman took a lot of shit for when he drafted him because he had a lot of red flags. Even us, we were excited when they drafted. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't excited.
Yeah, no, we all were because of what he could do.
Yeah, but you kind of ignore those red flags and you hope that the New York could maybe straighten you out a little bit. Obviously, that wasn't the case. He missed what? 20? What did he miss? How many games?
He played 12 out of
24.
Yeah, because 16 and 24 total games, and he played 12.
But he didn't play entire games either.
Yeah, because he got tossed from games for punching guys in the head, and
they even now it's coming out too that he didn't even want to play in the NFL. He was I don't know, he just doesn't know what he wants to do. So you know what, a 3 and a 6, goodbye. I'm good with it. I'm
all
absolutely
good.
happy with it. You weren't getting a first. We weren't getting a second. I think a third. We're extremely lucky to get a third because, again, the red flags are there.
Yeah, I don't remember where I was reading. I wanted to. It was talking about kind of like celebrating the trade. Bottom line is the only guy who has had any issues with it so far has been Mobile Dave, and not getting enough back. But I think the Giants did. I'm not gonna be able to find it now, of course. But I think that the Giants did a good job of saying, hey, we're not using this guy this year. He doesn't even seem to want to do what he needs to do to get back on the field. And we're going to trade him for things that are going to help us in the future. Because the Giants, they're 6-1, yes, but they're not top ranked Super Bowl contender.
No.
Right now, this Giants team is not going against Buffalo or the Chiefs and winning a Super Bowl. That's not what this is about. This is about Daboll coming in, doing what he's done so far, and now he gets rid of dead weight for the Giants, right? This Toney could be a huge asset for a team like the Chiefs or the Bills, something like that. Very fast paced, and they know exactly what they're doing, and they're maybe one guy away. Where that's not the case with the Giants. And now you get a third and a sixth from next year, conditional third, and then the sixth that you could use to help out the in offense or whatever is necessary at the end of the year. Can't predict that. But he wasn't helping, and it would have been nice to have him and Wan'Dale Robinson out there catching balls with Bellinger, who is going to be out for 6 weeks, 8 weeks with a broken eye socket. I can't even imagine.
It sounds horrible.
It can't even. So we'll see what goes down the line, but like Sports Nation gives both teams an A on it, and I don't know if it was this show or what show we talked about when you're making a trade, both sides win. That's the best trade that you could do, and I think that's exactly what happened here. The Chiefs got what they wanted. There goes Terzio. And the Giants got what they wanted. They want a few more picks, and yeah, this is another opportunity. If you read some of these articles, another opportunity to nail Gettleman for the draft. He was open, saying, "Oh, I want this guy, I want that guy in the draft," and then of course the Eagles jump up and take Devontae Smith, and then you trade back, and then you could have had. I'm not going to go into that, but you could have had somebody. And now you grab Toney at 20. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Most people in the national spotlight said, "Nah, it's not a good idea. The Giants aren't going to utilize him," and it became like a mutual thing. So, good luck to you, Kadarius Toney, on your next venture here. No good luck.
Now we can just get someone to take Kenny Galladay off our hands. We'll be all right.
And they're working at it, but that's another thing. Dave said they're not trying hard enough. You think it's easy to offload this guy who is claiming now in an interview yesterday or today that he is doing everything humanly possible to get back on that field? But my problem is when you were on the field, you were taking it easy. You were
lazy. Didn't run routes. Wasn't blocking. Dropping the ball. I don't know. He needs a fresh place to go to, and we need draft picks, more draft picks. And I hate to tell you, Dave, we're not getting a 1, a 2, or even a 3 for Kenny Galladay. We're lucky to get a 4 or 5 for him because it's the contract.
If that, we might have to get some extra footballs for him. I don't even know.
Yeah, I'll take it. We'll do the Moneyball thing. Say, yeah, you guys pay for our soda for the next 2 years, and
yeah,
we'll call it even.
Perfect, excellent. That's great. All right, let's now move on to the game. I'm sure there'll be some Toney talk throughout, and then we'll talk on the other side as we discuss the game. We'll talk about a known trade target for the Giants. that is actually looking better and better now because of the money situation. So that's another thing maybe getting rid of Toney did. But let's get to the game.
And we have 2 extra picks now to help bargain
exactly
somebody better. So here we go.
You can grab that and then pay some of that salary. I think you'll be good to go there if you get Galladay over there with Mr. I worked out for 4 hours on the plane to London.
Give me a break.
It's so good. But it's just that type of stuff. I'd rather have that than listening to about Kanye West. I'd rather have this crazy guy. But he's goofy and crazy. But Bart Scott got pissed at him for that. I don't know if you saw
Pat McAfee said.
No, I didn't see it. What did he say?
He said, yeah, you got this idiot doing high knees up and down the aisle. Nobody's sleeping if this guy's doing high knees up and down the aisle. They're probably all awake, young, pissed off at the guy for doing high knees up and down the aisle.
Yes. So Bart Scott goes, again, he's making it about himself. I don't care what the hell you did on the plane, that whole time. And he said, and number 2, if I was on that team, you're being real disrespectful, working out and sweating, stinking up that plane on on an 8-hour flight to London. it was good, funny conversation this morning. But Giants and Jags, another victory. By the skin of our teeth there.
Another heart attack.
The boss is the man with the money. I wish, Terzio, it's not me that you're talking about. So, Timmy, I'm going to pass it over to you for the good, the bad, and the ugly of yet another Giants victory. Take it away, my friend.
We're going to go backwards this week. We're going to start with the ugly. Because I teased it yesterday.
Yes, you did.
There is one ugly. One. And his name is Marcus Johnson. I don't know what dirt he has. Yeah, I don't know what dirt he has on the coach or on the owner that he is still a professional football player, but this guy gotta go. You take him out of you take his drops away, Daniel Jones's percentage goes up probably 2 points.
Oh yeah.
He is horrendous. He dropped touchdowns, he dropped first downs, he's dropping everything thrown to the guy. How is he still on the field? Oh, that's right. We don't have anybody else to throw out there.
Nobody else.
But still, put Sills out there more. I don't care. I'd rather see that idiot out there, that goofy bastard. Let him try to get some catches. Marcus is horrendous. He is horrendous.
All right, Terzio, feel better.
I said every single time, drop. I said, I know who that was. Yep, it was him. I know who that was. Him in the. I mean, Daniel
right
Jones probably threw his best pass of a laser. Boom, dead, perfect. Dropped the ball.
Was that the one? Was that the one where you read his lips and he said, "Catch the fucking ball"?
Yeah. Well, he looked away because he looked away. Like, Daniel was pissed.
Well, you could see his mouthing, and then when they asked him about it, he was like, "I got a little carried away."
Yeah. Really? Because it was Marcus Johnson. Because the guy don't catch anything. He doesn't.
But
catch
carried away.
Ball.
That's him getting carried away. That's him losing it.
That's him losing his cool, and it came right back there. Oh, I'm good. Never mind. I'm good.
Yeah.
I looked that up. So as far as ugly goes, dude, he better do. He's the one who should be up on the plane doing drills. People should be throwing stuff at him 24/7, just throwing stuff at him. And if you don't catch it, kick his ass or something because he is horrendous. Awful. He is. He's awful. That's as far as the ugly goes. The bad, it's really. I mean, it's the pass rush. Still, we're getting back there, but we're not getting the quarterback enough. Yep. I don't know what these linemen are doing again, but I can't complain because, like I said, bend don't break. So it's not really a bad thing. It's more of a I want to see them drilling this quarterback a lot more.
Him. Just get especially him, this coming week.
Yes, especially this coming week. And of course, the passing offense is always going to be on that bad list until we figure something out. And I tell you what, the good again, Daniel Jones, the good. Not turning the ball over, making the plays he has to play, not sliding. I mean, I don't know if that's good or that's bad, but he threw his shoulder down. He's like, dude, I'm going to run some people over. And I kept telling him, dude, I know you're being compared, but you're being compared to Josh Allen, but you're not Josh Allen. So don't be taking those hits anymore because you're a little skinnier. Yeah, you're a discount Josh. You're like a mini me, Josh Allen. So don't try that bullshit again. But dude, the guy has balls. And like I said, Saquon is Saquon. He did what he had to do. Phenomenal running. this was getting his head drilled in, and he's not coming out of the game. He's showing finally what we want, what we need. We need one of those balls, a guy with huevos balls,
Yes.
those big ones.
Balls of
And
steel.
my good of the week, Fabian Moreau. I don't know where you came from. I know you're on a bunch of teams and no one gave you a shot. And Dable said, no, 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 no. I know you have it in you. Wink Martindale said, no, 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 no. I know you're going to be a great player. The dude has played balls to the wall all year. He made the stop at the 2-yard. And let me tell you, when that receiver, he hit him, dead stop, like a wall.
Boom.
Just a dead stop. And then he held him long enough for the rest of the guys. If McKinney came in, fucking great. I had to curse. Fucking great play. That was probably one of my favorite play of the entire year so far. So Fabian Monroe can continue doing what you're doing. You have a home now. Once a Giant, always a Giant. And my God, that was probably while I was cursing at the screen and yelling, and because we had two bullshit penalties on the final drive of the game. Two. Meanwhile, Bellinger, the guy who fingered Bellinger in the eye, wasn't called for a penalty.
Yeah.
How was that not a penalty? You took the guy's eye socket out.
Like the whole thing.
Yeah, the guy's blind. The guy's blind for 6 weeks. No penalty on that play, but you're calling a bullshit roughing the passer play on the Giants on the final drive of the game. But yeah, that's my good. That's my good. Fabian Moreau, I give my hat to you and the rest of that defense. You guys are doing your shit, man. It's very exciting to watch you guys.
You know what I thought when that play happened? That previous regimes, the last 2 to 3. I feel like the Giants defenders would have come from the wrong angle and just shoved them in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't exaggerating about that. I feel that would have happened.
Who's the receiver? Who was the receiver? You remember who that was?
Was it Zay Jones? No.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Yeah.
He literally looked like he hit a brick wall. Fucking fantastic. It looked like he hit a brick wall. He just dead stop on the 2. And again, did Moreau make the tackle? No, but he did what he's supposed to. He stopped him, stood him up, and waited for the other guys to come. And oh my God, I want to watch that play over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
It was Christian Kirk.
Captain Kirk.
Hey, he got a big contract, and he's living up to it so far down in Jacksonville. Moreau has come from. He was with the Commanders for 4 years. Played with the Falcons in 2021 and came to Giants this year.
Yeah, he's a journeyman, and people saying he doesn't have what it takes. And Martindale and Dable said, "No, you do," and he's playing like it because every time Adoree Jackson went out, he stepped up. Every time one of those cornerbacks goes out, he steps in and steps up. And now he's pretty much starting out there. And like I said, after that play, he's in. He's in for me.
And he's played. I mean, he has 16. Last year, he started all 16 games. 16 of the 17 games last year. So he stays healthy, and that is a big part of what we need to accomplish going forward. Like you said, you talked about Daniel Jones, Offensive Player of the Week for the NFC. Dave, if he's going to do what he did. And like I was trying to tell Dave a couple of days ago, he's got more rushing yards on less attempts than running backs, which that's their job in the NFL is to now I get that when you have a quarterback that can run, it's a little bit different because you got to guard against the run in Barkley and you got to guard against the run in Jones. But still, for Daniel Jones to have 60 rushes this year and have more than what's his name in Najee Harris is supposed to be a superstar running back.
Yeah,
he's got less yards.
It's supposed to be his breakout year. His huge year. Yeah.
What you think about fantasy, it's supposed to be that's what we think about here. But guys like that, guys like even Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt's a backup, quote unquote, but he's just the 1B to Chubb. Kareem Hunt, you put him in any situation and you're comfortable. And then
how is he still a backup? How is nobody traded for him yet?
I don't know. I thought it was going to be right after that first year because they were beasts together. But I don't know. Maybe no. But what was there? He got traded.
Something we don't know. I guess I don't know.
Well, remember he got traded from. Oh, he got released by the Chiefs. Because of the domestic violence thing. So maybe the Browns are the only team that want to touch him. I don't know.
Oh, they like their women beaters.
Or maybe the Ravens. You could get traded to the Ravens.
I'm saying a team like that. Even imagine you take him, you put him on Buffalo.
Yeah,
that's the X factor as far as the AFC goes. And you take him, put him on Buffalo. That's an AFC championship right there.
There's no doubt about that. Saquon still doing his thing. He said, let's get into what could potentially help this Giants team, and that is a wide receiver. We were talking about it for weeks, but now some of the rumors have become a little bit more clear, and Jeudy has become a top target and a real potential destination now. Is the Giants, depending on what you read. Let's see, Derpy 501st. So we got here. Let's get a comment up. You do realize Giants haven't faced anybody good besides the Cowboys and Ravens. The Ravens aren't healthy. Let me know when you face a legit threat. 12-4, first round exit. But that's what we said.
Yeah, we're not predicting Super Bowl, dude. We're
not even
happy.
Close.
We're just happy that we're fucking 6-1 right now. We're just enjoying it.
We got to play the schedule. We got to play the schedule.
Yeah, we're not out here, screaming that we're going to win the Super Bowl or anything like that. By the way, 501st, is that a Star Wars reference? Just want to know. 501st, that's Vader's stormtroopers. I just want to know if that's what
there we go.
means. But yeah, dude, no, we're not
Which
out
is
here.
Welcome on this channel too.
Oh, absolutely. We're not out here predicting Super Bowl or talking shit or anything like that. We're here happy because we've done this show for 4 years, and 4 years we've had nothing but misery. So we're just enjoying this right now. Are you predicting Super Bowl? No, not even close.
No. We'll enjoy a first. We'll be pissed off after a first round exit, but after that we'll be happy because it was a successful season. But your schedule is easy. Absolutely. I mean, when you have been bad as long as the Giants have been, you deserve a little easy on the schedule. But it more so. And he said, yes, it is. It is Star Wars.
Yeah, 501st. That's Vader's troopers. It's got to be 501st is always that. Dude, I'm a diehard Star Wars fan, so I got tattoos and all, and I'm obsessed with it. Look, as you can see,
he right does.
One of my signs.
It's always and you do a show about it. So
I do a show about it too. So Derpy, if you want to let me know, Shooting the Sith, that's called. It will be back soon. I have to do an Andor and a Tales of the Jedi story, so that'll be back.
Yeah, Derpy, if you look in our playlist, you could see some of the Shooting the Sith that Timmy has nailed in the past. But I think it's more about the way that they're winning. In the last few regimes, you'd be down by 10 points in the second quarter, and you'd be like, all right, well,
it's over. Yeah.
What plans can I go do? Let's go to the pumpkin patch and stuff like that.
But thank God for Red Zone channel. I can put on something else. That kind of thing.
But it's the way that they're winning. They're not giving up. They're not quitting. Jones is doing his best. Dayball and company is putting Jones in a situation where he's able to succeed, and he's been doing that. He's got 4 turnovers for the year, 2 of which really didn't have any. One was at the end of a half, the first half, and he's just playing mistake-free football, and that's exactly what we've wanted for him. We said maybe he could turn into a Tannehill, where he's just a general out there. It's either that or he goes somewhere else in a couple of years and he becomes a Tannehill there. Unless it's Dayball that holds the key to this whole thing. So,
you know what they're going to do? They have to re-sign Saquon.
They sure do.
So they're going to franchise Jones, if anything.
Yeah. So. Exactly. So getting back to Jeudy, you got some assets today from the Kadarius Toney deal, and now with the money changing hands, it would only cost an extra $400,000 to bring Jeudy onto the roster. And if you get Jeudy, who is not he's not going to be a Toney, where he's complaining about this and that attitude issues. He'll be there to play. Derpy says, "I'll admit your defense is legit and running game, but you don't have your passing game weapons around Jones like Jamar Chase or Tyreek Hill. Who Jamar Chase is out. You guys, I'm not sure. He's out for 6 weeks. So you guys really? Jamar Chase on your he's got a hip issue and he's going to the worst thing that you can hear for any injury is they're going to see a specialist. And there's been players through the years with degenerative hip issues, hoping it's not that, but he's going to be out at least 6 weeks. Yeah, in the passing game, that's what we're talking about right now. If we can, Jeudy is top of the list for the Giants, and it seems like there's mutual interest. Giants have some picks to send over. There's now money available there, and then Jones is becoming a dual threat, but middle line dual threat as far as the passing game is concerned. But we have talked about, Timmy, we've talked about last week. Remember, 7 teams won with their quarterback throwing for less than 200 yards. And we're realizing that kind of shift into more of a running game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we will be able to get Jeudy out without giving up the first, I think.
I think so. It might cost a couple twos, but I don't think we can give up a one.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll automatically the 2 picks we got today, send them right over. It doesn't mean anything. Send them right over.
That's all gravy.
That's all bonus material. So no, but Derby, we're not a homer show where we just come out here and talk about how the Giants are the greatest thing in history. Everything you said, we agree with 1,000%. And we've been saying the same shit for 4 years now. So we're just enjoying the record. So yeah. But no, yeah, a one. How old's Jeudy, Steve? I know you got the computer right there.
He's young. He just drafted 3 years ago.
Right?
Like,
is he even 25 yet?
23? Let me see.
23?
He's 23. He is 23. He'll be 24 in April. He's from Deerfield Beach, right up here, baby.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't mind giving up a one if that was the case. But
I probably wouldn't mind either. And he's got the connection with Dayball from Alabama.
But they would have to send us back, a 4 or 5 or something like, not just a 1 and here you go. You got to send us back something for a 1 other than Jeudy. So, but this is weird. Is Denver having a fire sale? I mean, is Mr. Unlimited not going to have any weapons pretty soon?
I heard several things this morning where if they lose this game, it's on. It's on. Like the running back, Melvin Gordon. They said there's not been a buildup of interest for him yet. But if they lose and he gets put on the market, maybe go screw with the Ravens backfield some more. Maybe the Ravens, the Ravens love stockpiling different running backs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but they talked about everybody but Cortland Sutton. Let's see. Understand my fault. ESPN has been talking Giants legit. I'm in that depressing era right now. Steelers fans. So, but you were live only sports channel right now. So yeah, perfect. We like to be the only live sports channel. Doesn't matter the reason why you're watching, just that you're watching, man. We appreciate the hell out of you for doing it.
And share us out too. And make sure you go to Pop Culture Pros and like us, because I said we have a lot of shows, tons of shows.
Yeah, we got 15 shows going on around somewhere around there.
Awesome.
When they're on season. Yeah. So Giants. I think what's happening on ESPN. It's constant every single week. Are the Giants relevant? Are the Giants for real? And it just keeps on going and going and going. And it's because they like to have fun with the Giants and Jets are 11-2 or 11-3 right now. And the last 5 years, they combined for the worst record in the NFL. So I think that's why the Giants and the Jets are getting a little bit, a lot more airtime than the past 4 years, because they haven't talked about the Giants for the last 4 years, understandably so. So now they're getting it all out of their system. So hopefully Santa brings us that early Christmas gift of a Mr. Jeudy, or is it Jack Skellington?
I'm assuming if he makes that of London alive, it should be a done. If they lose, I'm saying, and he doesn't get hurt, it might be a done deal by next week this time. You never know.
Yeah, Derpy says, honestly, get Jeudy is a good pickup. I do it, but try not to give up first this year. Get another receiver in the draft. Yeah, and like I said, it depends on how the year plays out. Because if you bring in Jeudy and then Wan'Dale Robinson turns out to, I mean, he's getting 10 targets. He's got 10 targets, 11 targets a week in the last couple of weeks since he's been back. And then at the end of the year, you don't know what it's still relatively early. It's almost mid-season, but still relatively early from a draft standpoint because you don't know what's going to be happening. And speaking of draft, Neil goes down. We forgot to mention that, unless you did, and I was sharing.
No,
But Neil goes down with a MCL sprain out probably 4 to 6 weeks, and that sucks because though we were irritated as hell in the Cowboy game.
Yeah, he got beat up.
He's played a lot better.
He got beat up in that game. But hey, what are you gonna do?
By the way, speaking of Cowboys, Micah Parsons on the injury list this morning, so he did not practice today, and that would be very nice if we can get him out of the game and give the Lions a little bit of a better opportunity. No, who are they playing this week? They're playing Lions. No, they're playing Lions already.
They just beat the Lions. I don't know. I forgot already.
What in the hell?
I already forgot.
They're playing the Bears. Even better. Don't pray. That's a disaster.
They can beat the Bears without Parsons.
They could, yeah. Maybe this is Fields' coming out party. Let the upset begin, baby. All right, let's get to this week's matchup for the Giants. It is against Seattle, and against Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker, looking like no DK Metcalf. So no DK Metcalf is a big help for us. But you got this Geno Smith jerk who's been going off for weeks. So somebody said, "Oh yeah, today it's like a Geno Smith revenge game." No. I think of it as the opposite. It's a revenge game for us. It's a revenge game for Eli. It's a revenge game for the Giants.
For Giants fans everywhere.
For Giants fans. Yeah. So. It's just let me see what Derpy's got down here. The one guy I think you can snag later around 12-4 because I'm an Ohio State fan. Jackson Smith would be interesting to see. Very possible because he hasn't been playing. Stock could drop. So what rounds are you thinking that he goes? Derpy. I want to call you Derp. I just want to shorten it to Derp. I'm not sure why.
I still want a really mean linebacker, or we have our tackles of the future. Now we need our guards and our center. Like we need to work our way in. But
right,
whoever's there is there. I'll take a wide receiver too because we definitely need one or two or three.
Yeah, and then I don't know what money is left back in there, but does bringing in Jeudy make it a little bit more appealing for maybe like a Odell to say, hey, I'll take a little bit of cash for the rest of the year, get myself back into it, and go get a big contract next year.
That's what I wanted to ask you last night, and I completely forgot. I thought he signed with Kansas City. I thought it was a done deal. It wasn't a done deal. That was only a rumor.
No, that was fake. That was a fake thing that was getting spread around.
Oh, so it was a real good fake. I even heard players so he's coming in. I was like, what the hell's going on? When did he sign? But okay. I didn't know if he signed or not.
Not yet. I just bring him up, and the first thing on there is Odell Beckham signing with the Cowboys. Wide receivers interested. Don't you dare go to the Cowboys.
That's jersey burning worthy.
That I'm going to look that up, Derpy. Linebacker free agents next year. But as I pull that up here, Ito's got to come back down to earth. He's not played nearly as well the last couple weeks as he did, or the last two games, as he did the previous 3 or 4. This is not like Geno Smith is Geno Smith. We all know what he is. Yes, he's playing way above his head this year, but this is Geno Smith. This is the guy that we said a few years ago, oh, let's take a look and see what Geno Smith's got. But Kenneth Walker seems to be the real deal. DK is out, like I said, but what do you see as the key here, Timmy, to beating these guys and ripping the heart out of Geno Smith's chest?
One thing though, real quick, it was funny in my other league with my in-laws. I only had Saquon. I had no second running back. I'm done. Me and my one brother has 4
Injuries?
4 like real running backs. I'm like, dude, you got to hook me up with one of them, but I really don't have anything to trade. So I'm going through the waiver wires and the free agents, and there a couple of weeks ago it was Kenneth Walker. I said, you know what? He's projected for 9 points. I said, you know what? I'll take it because that's all I need. Dude goes off for 30. Last week he goes off for 30. I'm like, this is the greatest.
It's all him now.
Fake pickup I ever made in my life. I even told him last night when we were out for wings. I was like, dude, that's the greatest pickup I've ever made, and I didn't know anything about him. He's just winning for me. I was like, this is awesome. So as far as this game goes,
winning,
man, dude, I want to be. Well, Derby says he we're going to win 21-7, 20. So well, that's a big difference, though. But I like where your head's at, Derby, and I am rooting for the Steelers.
Maybe the one was a fat finger. Maybe the one was a fat finger.
Derby, let me tell you right now, I am rooting for the Steelers big time this weekend. Big time this weekend. They're playing the fucking Eagles.
Let's go Steelers.
Eagles. That's right.
A little bit of magic. Terrible towel.
Well, it said no Metcalf is going to be great. And I don't know much about their defense. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't watched any Seattle games this year because of GENO Smith. I can't stand him. But I think the key right now, like you said, someone's coming back to earth this week. It's either going to be the Giants or GENO Smith. And I'm hoping it's GENO Smith. It's the same thing we always say. We need pressure. We need him to honestly be afraid to step back in that pocket and throw that ball. I have to sack this guy 6 times at least. At least. But yeah, no mistake. It's the same thing for the Giants. There's no master plan for the Giants, honestly. Don't make any mistakes. Don't turn the goddamn ball over. Saquon, then maybe a Jones. That's it. And keep doing what you're doing. I would love to have a 28-0 halftime lead, but we know that's not going to happen. We'll probably be down by 7 going into the last 3 minutes of the game. But, whatever. Until Canada is going to suck. You never know, Dirt. You never know. Steelers might pull that out. One injury to what's his name's leg, and you got a whole new ball game.
Oh yeah, for sure. Do it.
Just saying.
We kind of nudged you yesterday.
I'm not saying they should do it. I'm just saying if it happens, it happens. You got a whole new ball game, especially happens in the first quarter, first play.
I'm looking at the Seahawks here as far as defense is concerned. The Seahawks have. Where did they go? The Seahawks have given up 11 passing touchdowns, which is at the back half of the league. They have 4 interceptions. They have 16 sacks as a team. And that's it. Let me see. Dive a little bit more into this here real quick, and then we'll.
16 sacks. That's a good amount of sacks. We don't have that many. I mean, Thibodeau is right. You know what, Katie?
He's ready. He's almost right there.
You know what he needs to do? Because he's always rushing to the outside unless the guard pushes him to the outside. Now, it's worked a couple times. One little spin move back the other way, this dude's getting 2 sacks a game. He just seems to be intent on going all the way around. Dude, do a little spin. Do a little club with your hand. Knock that guy out of the way. You're going to go right to the quarterback. But he just likes to go all the way, take the long way around.
If he gets a spin move, if he gets a spin move going, do it. Derp says, what would you give up for Claypool? I'm not big on Claypool. I don't know why I feel like I've been watching a lot of Steelers this year. I don't know why, but I see a lot of drop passes out of him. But it's also, I don't know. Claypool is not. What do you think? A 4th? How old's Claypool?
Is he a fast receiver, or is he more of a hands guy?
But no,
what is he? What do you consider him more? More of a like a possession receiver?
He's more of a slot guy. He's more of a slot guy. Yeah, but with drops. I don't know. He's also young. He's 24. He just turned 24. All right, so 3rd.
I might give him what we just got from the Chiefs if that's the case.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with Jeudy first.
He's top of list here.
Yeah, let's see what happens with him first. But I would take a Claypool.
All right, the Seahawks has given up the 7th most total yards on defense. 11 touchdowns that they've given up. 5 interceptions. I'm sorry about that. 4, and they have 17 sacks, not 16. The Giants have 13.
Yeah, 13. That's depressing.
49ers with 24. Cowboys with 29. 29. 8 of them is what's his name? All right, so that's kind of. I mean, they give up a lot of yards. And then as far as let me see the rushing, because that's our deal.
And don't forget, even though Neil's out, we did get Nick Yates back today.
Yes,
I don't know what he's
another
bringing,
guy.
but I don't know what he's bringing, but it's
Great story.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Seahawks have given up the 3rd most rushing touchdowns, and that's what the Giants do. So that's good. That's a good thing. You got Barkley and Jones, handling that. So very nice, very nice. I like that part of it. And again, if no DK, it just makes it that much easier. So what are you thinking as far as this game goes and a score?
Well, you almost nailed it last week too. You were close.
I was so damn close. When you said that, I was like, did I? I went back. Man, I was close.
You off by what, 3? Weren't you off by 3?
Yeah.
Damn it. Score. That's a good one. I don't know. I do see the Giants winning. I think Geno's going to choke against the Giants. But every time I predict a certain score, it never lives up to that hype. I'm going to say 24-20 Giants.
24-20.
24-20.
Right. I've also got the New York Football Giants, but I've got a wider margin here, and maybe that's my heart saying I want to beat the hell out of Geno. I got 27-13.
Ooh, 13. I like that. I like your score better than mine, but
me too. I feel like we deserve.
Yeah, you know what that means? That means we're not sweating in the 4th quarter for once.
Yes. Oh man.
But
we'll take
2-yard
sweating.
stop to win it. Yeah, 2 yards.
Right, yes.
2 yards to stop to win that game last week. It's like, why?
Yep. We'll take those over getting blown out in the 2nd quarter and being done with it. But all right, so Derp has a score for this one, 21-7. Geno doesn't show up, and the defense just shows up for Seattle. But if Geno does show up, 28-17. I got what you were. Okay,
I like where your head's at. I like where your head's at.
And do us a favor, just remember what Nancy Kerrigan, the whole situation. Might not hurt to nail hurts for us.
Greg Galuli, that fucker's leg.
Greg Galuli. And then you get Jalen Hurts saying, why me?
That's why Jalen hurts. Make him hurt.
Make him hurt, baby. All right, that'll do it for us today. We got a football game coming up. We made our picks yesterday. If you want to go see that, take a look back on Unsportsmanlike Conduct from yesterday. Skyline Reviews is not going on today. They're going to be coming back next week. And then earlier today, Am I on the Air went up with a Black Adam review, some news in the DC world, and all that good stuff. And then tomorrow night is A to Z. And then on Sunday night, we had mentioned yesterday maybe Empire 161 was going to go on. Tonight, they're going to move to Sunday at 8 p.m. And then we start the madness again next week. So any closing remarks for these wonderful people out there, Timmy?
No, go Big Blue. Derp, I'm glad you came aboard. Now you know we're not homers. We're just, we're sports fans. We're real guys. But 501st, Star Wars guy right here.
Yeah, there's a lot of Star Wars stuff on this network.
Make sure you follow all our pages too, and like our little button on the YouTube, our little clicker thing. You get all the information.
Boom.
No, man, I'm just happy. Go Giants. Like I said, hopefully another successful week. I don't want to lose to Geno Smith. That's going to suck. Worse than just losing. But hey, man, I'm enjoying the ride right now.
Hell yeah. I would like. I don't remember last time 2 of my teams went to the playoffs in the same year. Exactly. I just don't remember. Derby said, "Did you see Tales of Jedi?"
I watched the first 5, and I absolutely love the Dooku Qui-Gon stuff. Fucking fantastic.
Qui-Gon.
I have number 6 to watch. I should watch it right now. I have to show. I'm going to watch it.
What's the game? Oh, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch the Bucks because I want to see Tom just continue to
Do
fade.
you have any issues with Amazon? I have tons of issues with them.
I did at the beginning of the year. I haven't well, last week I didn't watch that. What game was that? That was on
It was a
last week. I
shit
was
show. It
not.
was a shit
I watched
show.
like 3 plays of it and I was done. I don't remember what it was. But I'll let you know if I haven't noticed it recently. So that'll do it for us today. All that goodness that Timmy said. Let's go Giants. Let's go Big Blue.
Imperial Probe Droid.
There it is. I had my, I always get mixed up on this thing. So I was like, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on with the Giants, injury reports, and all that goodness as we get closer to Sunday. And let's go Big Blue. We'll peace out, everybody, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Peace out, everybody.